Welcome to NFP trading, another NFP after quite a few gaps. Every time NFP, very important trading day. Let's rock it up after yesterday's successful trading live session. Let's look at another trading day, looking at complete picture. We'll be doing the full multi-time frame analysis as well as any trade coming along the way. We will be looking to find the entry opportunity in the market. So let's begin first of all with XAUUSD. As usual, we see that this market is quite volatile at the moment, and we can see strong trend in this market, which is good for us as a trader. And as news is coming, let's look at what I think that we might see significant movement. There will be a lot of learning opportunity in this live session. So guys, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let's begin. First of all, what you can see in this market, starting with first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. I'm going to do a full multi-time frame analysis, and then we'll jump onto the very lower time frame to find that suitable entry opportunity. If you guys are enjoying this live session like every day, before I begin this session, I would like everyone give a thumbs up, and also if you guys are here, make sure you give a buzz, say yes, and say something on the live chat so that I know that you guys are ready, paying attention to what it is. Let's see. Brighter Hill, welcome. Thank you very much. Domi, good morning. Ajula, good morning. Welcome. Eric, good morning, coach. Thank you very much for joining this live session. I would like you guys to smash the like button to almost same as the view. So let's look at one by one to see overall picture. Let's look at we have seen the monthly. Now, why do I look at the multi-time frame? Because multi-time frame is key to understand how the market is potentially structuring. The market structure is key to determine which way the market might be heading. So looking at the monthly, we can see that this is the monthly price action, where from here there is an impulse followed by this correction, and you can see another impulse followed by this correction, and you can see currently from the monthly XAUUSD is in another impulsive phase, which is in fact a long-term bull market. So we have seen a market structure from the monthly. XAUUSD is bullish. Let's look at the weekly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the weekly, we can see that from this support level, this is an impulse to the upside from the weekly. Now with that impulse, we can see this is the weekly price action where there is a strong bullish movement, and with that bullish move on XAUUSD, we can see the market potentially moving back to the upside. Now looking at the daily chart to see clearer picture, especially daily time frame is very important. Whenever I look at the daily, I always look to see that the clearer picture on the daily. Now from the daily, we can see that this is the daily price action, where from this support level from the daily, what we can see that there is a strong impulse to the upside on the daily, followed by this pullback, and we can see another impulse followed by another pullback, and we can see that there is another impulse followed by deeper pullback. Now with that deeper pullback on XAUUSD from the daily perspective, this is the daily bearish drop here on XAUUSD, and with the drop the market from this support level, there is a bounce to the upside, and we can see that here in that area, this is the daily middleman, and that daily middleman is quite important. If you guys not sure about the middleman, probably you guys have heard of. First time we can discuss about this. We had a separate strategy on that. This kind of candlestick pattern is very important. And if you guys have looked at the weekly Forex forecast also, there was a lot of discussion about this kind of this week's weekly Forex forecast. If you have seen that, this is what we discussed, that the market to potentially move back to the upside from this level, and the market in fact almost preparing for the same kind of pattern. Also we'll be discussing why it was predicted that way, so that you guys can learn and grow as a trader. The main goal here is to help traders in this session, in this channel, everyone to help you to learn and grow as a trader. So now XAUUSD from this support level, you can see this is the daily impulse, and with that impulse, a pretty strong impulse from this support level. Currently you can see this is the daily price action here, and with that daily this is the daily impulse, and with that daily impulse, okay, you guys look at here is the daily impulse from here, and with the daily impulse we can see that this is a pretty strong bounce on the daily time frame. If you look at the 1 hour chart here, and I have drawn from the 1 hour, it's pretty important. Now you can see this is a very important level of support. Okay, so this is the support here, and you can see that the market in fact from that support has broken below, and we can see from this level there is a an impulse here to the upside, and with that impulse we can see the market from the, if you look at the 1 hour chart here, we have seen that this is a very important channel. We have seen that bull flag. Okay, so from here this is an impulse to the upside with a bull flag formation, and with that bull flag we can see the market has broken below from that bull flag and then has got a very strong rejection to the upside, and with that rejection we can see this is where there is a sideways movement in that area, and with that sideways movement we can see this is a very important level, and with that important structure formation from the sideways we can expect on XAUUSD to drop again to that potentially, but I think that we might see a deeper pullback, and after the deeper pullback we can expect for the market to you can see this is the lower time frame price action on the, now we are dropping down to very lower time frame to find out suitable entry in that market. And from this level here, this is the 5-minute chart, this is a pretty strong impulse sideways movement, expecting for the market to potentially come back down here to this support level where there is a high liquidity. So looking at the 30 minutes perspective on XAUUSD, we can see that this is where there is an inverted head and shoulder from the 30 minute, and with that thin inverted head and shoulder it managed to break, and then we can see there is a sideways movement in that area, and with that sideways movement expecting for this market to come back here to this support level here, which is a very important level, and with that support level, okay, so we can see the market in that area, we might see that melting below that level, and then we could see that potential return to the upside to create a new higher high. So with that being said on XAUUSD, we can see that after this strong rejection from this level, the market is trending, creating series of higher high and higher low. So bigger picture, the trend is up, so we will be looking for any time any important level is broken or strong liquidity gap, we will be looking for bullish entry opportunity in this market. Welcome, well done. Justin, just Kevin, okay, just Kevin. Omar, welcome. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Good morning. Max Mind, good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support. Make sure, guys, you pay full attention. And as we mentioned, this is a channel where you will be learning the most important part of trading, which is understanding 3 building blocks of the market, which is the market structure, liquidity, and price action. These are the 3 foundation that all the strategy built in this academy. which is in the reach for everyone, because when you guys look at, you know, some of the things that when you look at the chart, if I ask you one question, when you look at the chart, what do you see on the chart? Okay, so what is visible, which is very important. Okay, what is visible in this chart? If you ask this question, then what is visible is only candlestick pattern, right? So green candle, red candle, if you want a blue or, you know, green or any color, candlestick pattern, and if you put indicator. Now that's the price action, right? So this is the heart of the professional traders trading strategy, price action, because this is only the visible information that you can see on the chart. And in fact, this is all you need if you are a retail trader. If you're an institutional trader, you might need something additional, some strategy, but it still can be traded based on, because what we see, what I'm seeing on the chart, you are seeing the same chart, right? So that's what everybody sees, the same chart. Therefore, there is an information there, right? So there is an information on the candlestick pattern, and that's all. And you know, our mind is not designed for multitasking. Therefore, the less information, the is better. So the most important part of being a trader is to know that what kind of price action you should be trading. And that's the main goal here, is to help the trader coming in the academy to give you the tools, strategy, as well as the training to grow your trading psychology to become the best trader possible in this industry. I would like to know how many traders really passionate about being the best trader. A very interesting analysis. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoying the stream. Welcome. Good afternoon, joining from Kenya. Thank you very much. And pattern will be shown next. Thank you very much. Welcome. Absolutely. And now let's see that on XAUUSD, this is the 1 hour chart here. Now from the 1 hour perspective, what we can see that this is a very important level of support here, and also support here. Okay, pretty important level of support. And from that support, we can see there is a breakdown, liquidity grab, and we can see the market, in fact, is currently in a bullish trend. And as you can see, this, if you look at the higher time frame on XAUUSD, there's interesting factor is that this market is in an all-time high. So gold price is pushing up and up. So we need to think about it. There might be some kind of economic factors also involved in it. So we'll be discussing in depth also. If we look at the NFP coming up, let's look at the Forex factory calendar to look at what kind of data we can expect. Looking at the calendar here, we can see that this is CAD and dollar news coming. So very important. This is the biggest trading event in this biggest trading event, and which is absolutely important, because when you see the NFP, we can see how the market might be reacting, and we could see that a stronger trending direction in the market. So based on how the data is coming out, so we will be also looking at the overall picture of this market. So let's look at here. You can see this is a 4 hour time frame. From this level, there is a big drop here to that support level where there is a liquidity grab, and we can see there is a rejection to the upside, expecting XAUUSD to potentially trend, and there is a 4 hour bullish engulfer here. What we can expect, especially in the 4 hour time frame, we can see there is a potential inverted head and shoulder, and in the middle of the trend, as you can see, this is a very strongly uptrending market structure, And in that uptrending market structure, if we look at here, we can see there is an inverted head and shoulder formation. And with that inverted head and shoulder, we can see this is an inverted head and shoulder. That might be a sign of another potential bounce to the upside to create a new higher high. So therefore, what we can expect on XAUUSD to give us a suitable entry opportunity on the lower time frame for a potential bullish movement. And as the news is coming in how many minutes that we can see, either we will be looking for the data, or we can, if we find before the data, which is around 2 hours, we will be covering the full news release, as well as after that we will be looking for entries. So guys, make sure that you stick till the end of this live session. And with that in mind, we can see this is the 12:30. This is the news coming up later on dollar and CAD. So let's look at also dollar CAD as well, how they might be reacting with the news. Also, we will be looking for it. Thank you. And XAUUSD, we found the level that we might look at for potential entry. And let's look at on the news. If we look at a dollar CAD to see how the market might be reacting. Okay, you can see the dollar CAD. Let's look at dollar CAD. And okay, so dollar CAD, we can see this is the dollar CAD. And looking at the monthly chart on dollar CAD, you can see that from the monthly, this is the monthly price action. As a CAD and dollar news coming together, we might see a very important move on CAD and dollar. So looking at the monthly chart on dollar CAD, we can see this is the monthly price action. And with that monthly price action, this is the starting of this move on the monthly on dollar CAD. And with that monthly impulse from this support level. Okay, so we can see that this is an impulse on the monthly on dollar CAD. And with that impulse from this support level, there is a bounce, pretty strong bounce here. And if you guys look at it, you can see this is the monthly price action where there is a monthly resistance. There's a gap open in that area on dollar CAD. And with that gap open, this is a drop here on the monthly on dollar CAD with the market open with a gap. Initial drop, expecting dollar CAD to potentially move again. Let's look at the weekly chart. We can see that from the weekly perspective, from this resistance line, there is a weekly bearish engulfer formation. And with that weekly bearish engulfer formation, we can see this is a pretty strong drop here from the weekly, and expecting on dollar CAD to potentially drop to that support level here, where there is an important level of support. And therefore, what we can expect on the weekly, we can see dollar CAD coming down here, potentially dropping down to that support level and either bouncing back up. But what we see that as it is a very sharply uptrending market, we will be waiting for dollar CAD to potentially drop down further and then to bounce back up. Looking at the daily chart on dollar CAD, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily price action here. This is a big drop here to that support level. And with that drop to that support level on dollar CAD, this is an important level of support. As there is a massive rejection from the top on dollar CAD, we can expect for this market to potentially break below that level and then to return back up again to create a new higher high. So looking at the 4-hour perspective on dollar CAD, we can see that from the 4-hour time frame, here is an important level of support here on dollar CAD. And what we can see in this market on dollar CAD is this is a significant level of support where there's a support here, support here, support here. And after back-to-back three points that you can see forming series of lower high, and the market has dropped to that level. Here is we can see the market what I think that we could see that the price potentially breaking below that level, and then we could see an uptrend here for short-term perspective on dollar CAD. And with that being said, what we can expect in this market for the price from this support level to potentially what we could see that after a liquidity gap to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame on dollar CAD, here is a doji formation from the 30 minutes. Locally, we might see some potential uptrend here. We'll see where the price might be heading, and based on that, we can look for entry opportunity in this market. We'll see that how it might be doing, and based on that, we can look for trading opportunity to see how the price might be doing. And thank you, coach. Welcome. Don't forget like and subscribe. That's for Jessica. Well call. Yeah, guys, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also, I would like to know, guys, where you are from and how long you are trading. Introduce yourself on the live chat to know more each other more before we get into the trade, so that we have more connection as well as understanding as a community. And there's a lot to come from here. There's a lot of things coming up in the academy, including AI trading tool, which might change the way you look at the market. And also there will be a lot of updated tools coming up along with AI trading tool. Strategies being already we are trading for a very long time. There is a lot to take from here. So make sure you stick till the end for everything that also in this free live session giving for the community. And this is where you will be learning the real trading, so don't miss out any part of it. I'm from Manchester. Well done. Welcome. Thank you so much, Bruni. I all new to this community from India. Very good. Thank you. I'm from Bangladesh for the last 2 years. Yeah, I thank you. I'm from Kenya. Welcome. Hello, coach. Well done. Yeah, that's good to see that you guys are really excited about this community. Yeah, there is this is a vibrant trading community where the main goal of this academy is to help every trader coming in this industry, right? So you guys are ready to take the best lesson. The main goal here is to help every trader coming here and every trader in this industry so that they can learn and grow, because the trading is fun as long as you know how to do that. But if you don't know, it might be very difficult for you to do that. So here, when you are in this community, you will be able to learn in a very different way, because the strategies are simple and education are to the point. So the only thing that I need from you guys is passion. Okay, so if you have the passion to be a trader, because anything you don't love, you may not be able to continue for long term. So have passion and always look at the bigger picture, like the multi-time frame analysis. When you look at the monthly and then you look at the weekly, daily, so when you look at the bigger picture, you can see the smaller pictures in detail. So dollar CAD, we can see this is where here is dollar CAD. This is an important level of support. I will be waiting for dollar CAD for the news, because the way the structure is formed, it might until the news coming up, we might see that sideways movement. So therefore we will be waiting for over that. So let's look at on XAUUSD again. Coming back to that, we see some potentially, we might see that sideways movement. You can see there are a couple of dodges here. you can see this is where an impulse sideways movement, impulse sideways movement, impulse deeper correction. The market completely in a sideways movement at the moment on XAUUSD. We'll be waiting for a deeper drop and then to return again to find out where the price might be heading to, and based on that we can look for trading opportunity in this market. We can see this is where okay, so here is a very important level of support, and with this support here, okay, this is a resistance, support, liquidity grab, and we can see the market sideways. This is a interesting structure formation at the moment, and with that interesting structure formation, what we could see that literally in this market to this is a sideways movement, and if you look at this is a sideways movement, and we could see that a breakout from that and then pullback and continuation to the upside. So 1 hour chart here, we can see that this is a 1 hour price action on XAUUSD, expecting it for the market to revert back to the upside. As long-term trend is up, we may see that the price is remaining bullish. You can see the 30 minutes perspective here. This is where this is an important level of support, also trying to revert back to the upside. Okay, so here is doji formation. But you can see this is a market returning back to the upside. Okay, so here is, we can see there is an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute chart, and with that inverted head and shoulder, this is a bounce, expecting with this support level a move and then pull back, and we can expect for the market to potentially trend to the upside to create a new higher high. Would like to see how the price potentially doing. And here is, we can see an inverted head and shoulder, expecting for the market to potentially trend to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the 15 minutes perspective on XAUUSD, forming series of higher low, and with that series of higher low formation, wanting to see the price is potentially heading to the upside where there is a resistance. At the moment, it's a completely sideways, which is also not a good market to trade on, because on the market in a sideways, you could see that sideways market is just a trap. Okay, so it's a it's another way in the sideways market is where accumulation phase, where the big boys gather liquidity in the sideways market. And here is the lower time frame. inverted head and shoulder, expecting for the market to trend to the upside to create a new higher high. Would like to see how it might be doing, and based on that we will be looking for trading opportunity in this market. And at the moment sideways, so this is a support. Let's be patiently wait for a suitable entry. I've been trading for a year, so 1 year, it's a good time. I've sell open at 2860. Shall I close or leave open? So if you have a position 2860, you should have a strategy, I believe. No one can tell you either to close or open. It's only you have to make that decision, but the trend is up, so I always think about the moment on XAUUSD is to look for bullish trading opportunity. Thank you for watching from Cameroon. Thank you. From Washington State, been trading about a year. Yeah, 1 year is what I would say that it's still beginner. Absolutely appreciate. It's still a beginner mindset. Beginner, that I would say 1 year. A profitable trader, to be a profitable trader, need at least 2 to 3 years. But on the other side is there is a freedom, isn't it? So which is very important when you guys look at that on especially when you look at a market. Being a trader means that it's a freedom, isn't it? So you can trade from your comfort zone once you know how to trade. And as I mentioned yesterday as well, trading and being a trader are two completely different subjects. So becoming is more important than trading. So how to become a trader? It's a very subtle, important point, is developing a very sound trading psychology. This is where you will become a trader. So developing a trading psychology is the #1 priority that should have every trader. A trader's success 70% depend on his or her trading psychology. And once you know that how to develop that trading psychology, you started to see a very different picture in the market. Okay, and also having a strategy. Trading 1 or 2 strategies are important, as that's where you started to see the market completely in a different way. What I call sometimes you can, from the brain perspective, you can say as RAS, so which is the reticular activating system. When you this is also applicable especially with the traders. If you guys look at, for those who are in the beginning or the beginner trader, let's say you started to see a certain particular candlestick pattern and you learn a strategy like the one we have. One of my best indicator that I use, also using this one. So if you look at this one, this candlestick pattern here, where there is a liquidity gap and then bounce. Now when you see the market moving in that way, this kind of candlestick pattern, probably you never pay attention, but once you started to see this kind of candlestick pattern with the interaction with moving average or anything, what might happen is that if you see over and over again, you started to see this candlestick pattern only. So that's how our brain works. So when you look at certain pattern over and over again, then the brain will start to filter out the rest of the information and you'll only pay attention to that. So that is why if you trade on one or two specific strategies over and over again, what's gonna happen is that your RS or the reticular activating system get programmed and you started to see that things always in the chart, and that's easy to pick up the right trade and then trading based on the risk management. That's the primary goal here, to help the traders to understand how to trade in any market condition. Miss Kana from Ethiopia, welcome. Dollar Yen, good luck, well done. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Welcome, greetings. Welcome. So let's now XAUUSD. If you guys look at it, you can see this is where this is the 1 minute chart here on XAUUSD. From here, that's where you can see there is a bounce and then a pullback, and you can see there is another bounce and the market slowly returning back to the upside to the resistance line. Now you can see from this support level there is a breakout. So the overall picture on XAUUSD, our goal is to trade with a high probability setup. And with that high probability setup, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is where the impulse correction, the market is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is where you can see this is an impulse here. And okay, so with that impulse here, wanting to see the price is trending to the resistance line to find out where it might be heading to. Now let's look at the 30 minutes. If you guys look at it, this is the 30 minutes chart where there's a 30 minutes bullish engulfer in that area. And with that 30 minutes bullish engulfer, because this is a pretty important bullish engulfer, there is a probability for a potential upside here. It's important level of support. Let's see that how the price might be doing here. Expecting on XAUUSD to drop, grab liquidity, and then to bounce back up. Let's see how far it might be doing. Support level here, expecting for the market to retest and then to return back up to create a new higher high. Okay, so let's look at overall picture in the market. We can see lower time frame price action from this level. There is a drop here, and with the drop, expecting for the market to here, we could see that the price potentially coming below and then to return. Here is there is a liquidity grab here, expecting it to return in that direction. Okay, so lower time frame, we can see that there is a sideways movement as we mentioned on XAUUSD. So with that sideways movement, we can, this is a complete sideways movement, expecting it to come back here to that support and then to return back up again. So any drop below can give us a potential bullish trading opportunity in this market. Would like to see how the price might be doing. There's structure formation here. Lower time frame, complete sideways movement. And with the sideways movement, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a complete sideways movement, structure formation, and with that structure formation, expecting for the market to potentially to drop back to that support level to create a new lower low or new higher high. At the moment, as there is an FP, we may see that the market is potentially trending in one direction. Okay, so here is this is a resistance line here, and with that resistance, okay, so an important level of support. Locally, we can see some downward pressure here. It might drop back to that support level. And what I think that we might see after this support retest, we could see that the market potentially trending. And as NFP, there are two probable scenarios might happen here. If we look at the daily, pardon me. Come on. So if we look at Okay, so if we look at here on the daily, we can see that this is the daily price action. Okay, and ঠিক আছে, from the daily, and with that daily price action, we can see that this is the 1 hour chart. Daily support is here. As NFP coming up, we might see that this is where a support on the daily, and if the market is rejecting in that area where there is a support, we might see that potential breakout from that level. And from that point of view, if we look at, we can see this is a resistance, right? So here is the level, and this is the daily level that I would be interested for entry once we see the market in fact made it through, which we could see at some point as with the data coming up. If it is because it's a long term bull market, if you guys look at yesterday's trade that we have taken, in fact it dropped from that level that we have discussed a lot, right? So even it was against the trend, but it moved in that direction. Now if today's trade that we can expect for the market to drop in the similar way to the daily support, from where on the lower time frame we will be looking for potential reversal. Now going to straight back to the 1 minute chart here, though it is currently sideways and we might see some short-term downtrend here, but my bias fully is to the upside. Okay, so my bias is bullish. I would be looking for that bullish trading opportunity, and especially from the daily support, which is a very important level that we will be looking at, and that's what we will be looking to see that how the market might be heading to. That's the key to understand the price action, market structure, and the liquidity. So wait for a best setup. And in the meantime, I would appreciate if you guys like the stream to 50. If you are enjoying it, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So you can short-term downtrend here on XAUUSD, and it might drop back to that support level. Here, as you can see that from this level, there is a big drop here, followed by this pullback and the drop, pullback, the market forming series of lower high and lower low, which is locally downtrend. And as the price is approaching the daily support, any drop to that daily support is a zone that you will be looking for a lower time frame potentially entry. A little ambitious level, but any bias in that direction could be a good area that we can look for any entry opportunity in this market. We'll see that how far it might be going, and based on that we can look for trading opportunity. So lower time frame, we can see this is a local bearish structure here. From this level, this is a drop followed by this pullback and the drop, the market slowly trending in that direction. So here is a move, and with that move, would like to see the market is heading. So you can see there is a here you can see there is a double bottom in that area, and let's see that the market potentially preparing for any bounce. Looking at from this level, this is a support level, potential bounce to the upside. we might see that here in that area after this double bottom, slowly the market might be heading to the upside. We could see a potential reversal in that area, and that might lead that price again back to the resistance line. Well done. And as you can see, there is a news coming, a very important day. Gopi, welcome. King Kobe, what's the highest profit you have ever made? There is a lot of trade. Need to look at the history. Because the previous candle in 4-hour XAUUSD is that liquidity candle. 4-hour candle on XAUUSD, this one here, yes, this is a liquidity candle, this is a liquidity candle, but this price action, I would be take it more in favor if we have seen in the middle of a strong uptrend. So basically what happened here, okay, so here is that this is a bullish engulfer here. If you guys look at it, you can see, but the trend here in this market, the trend is still preparing for another bounce. Gbpusd, hi everyone. Dollar yen, thank you. Do you keep moving the chart up and down? That's a very good question. So for the chart to look at, let's keep it stable. The best way to look at always the multi time frame. Okay, the market constantly changes, and that is why it is a good idea to always look at from the beginner mindset, okay, from the fresh perspective, which is essential to do it, to trade it, to look at the market over and over again, because the market is constantly changing and evolving like the universe, right? Universe is constantly changing and evolving and turning to something new. So the market also constantly changing and evolving, and therefore if we look at from the beginner mindset, that's where when you look at the beginner mindset, we know that in that market we didn't have any opportunity in just a couple of minutes. Suddenly you might see there's a breakout, pullback, a new opportunity to trade. And that's why always looking from the fresh perspective. And that's why also it is essential to look at the multi time frame. And multi time frame is very important, that many traders miss that point, to look at from the multi time frame perspective, because when you are looking at the one time frame, such as the 1 minute chart or 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever time frame you are trading, and then when you look at a very higher time frame such as the daily, weekly or monthly, you're gonna see completely two different pictures. Even in the 1 minute and 15 minutes, completely two different pictures. And that's where when you look at the multi time frame, your success rate will be very, very high. if I give you an example, if you guys yesterday followed that live session, the trade was open on XAUUSD. Let's quickly review that trade. It was a massive one. I think later it dropped further. We closed at, I think, 42 pip. Let's look at that trade, that what I'm trying to explain to you guys, so that you know exactly this is the real education. As I mentioned before, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. As I mentioned, this is the real education where you will be learning and growing. Let's look at the trade that we have opened yesterday and what we are discussing about in this live session to understand it, why it is important to look at the multi-time frame. Now, this is the daily chart. You can see from this level there is a drop, and I've drawn a level here at 2865 on the daily. Looking at the 1 minute chart here. Now, this is the trade that we have open, right? So I guess it's here. Yeah. And from that zone, we closed it around in that area. But if you want to hold it for bigger picture or long-term growth, you guys might see that it's going up potentially like that. Okay, so this could be it was almost 10 times profit target hit if needed. Okay, if you hold it, just a understanding, you know, I'm not holding that much bigger at the moment, because though it is a lower time frame, we can hold it. But if you want to trade with especially bigger account, that's where this kind of risk reward can be achieved with the bigger account. And you don't need a lot of winning trades, right? You need 2 to 3 trades almost in out of 40-50 trades. So now in this kind of structure, this is the dotted line. That's where the daily resistance, right? Now going back to the daily level, now this is the daily resistance here, and when the market reached that level, that's where the trade was open, right? As in the beginning of the day, the market dropped. Initially, in the beginning of the day, the market dropped. In the beginning of the day, dropped, and then boom, returned back to the upside. Okay, so this is the market. In the beginning of the day, the market dropped well below and then returned back to the resistance. That's where the opportunity that we might see, as we have seen the reversal, that's where we have entered into that trade, right? So, and from that, from that perspective, if you guys look at it, you can see this is the lower time frame. And in this situation here is where from that strategy, if we look at today's price action, here is the daily level. This is the daily support level here, 2856, and this is a support level on this market. As this is a support level, from that support, okay, here is, we might see that similar kind of pattern expecting for today's trading opportunity. We'll be waiting for that to happen. Thank you for joining the video. Keep moving the chart up and down. Okay, so hope that dollar yen, please advise your best strategy which we can follow always. Okay. Best strategy to follow always. Firstly, you can't, it's not a good idea. I wouldn't say you can't. It's not a good idea to trade a strategy immediately. Secondly, the best strategy to learn from here what we need from all the members is long-term, what I'd say, the commitment to become a better trader, because you can't definitely not being able to learn a strategy in a day. Neither I can give you in a day. I think there is a famous trader, I have forgotten his name, very famous community trader. He said that if we publish our strategy in the, I think some of the name he said New York Times or somewhere, we can publish our strategy in the first page of some kind of newspaper, probably New York Times or somewhere, still traders will lose money with this strategy. You see, this is the very important point to look at, because there are two things when you want to trade based on a strategy. Number one is you need to fuse together strategy and who is implementing the strategy. A very important point, right? So a strategy and who is implementing that strategy will determine the outcome of that strategy. So the first thing is to know the strategy and become that person to implement that strategy. Now, how do you do that? Very simple. If we give an analogy on that, look at a racing track. There's something happening here. I hope that you guys can hear me. Looks like that stream, this stream is on. Everything is all right, guys. So hope that shit. All right, so thank you. Now, two things. The first thing is to okay, yeah, probably I forgot his name. So the first thing is, imagine that you want to win a race in the World Championship. Now, if you want to win a race, then what you need? Two things. One is the racing car. The second is to become the person who can drive that racing car. Now, if you miss any of this part, then you're not gonna be able to perform at your highest. There are two things. One is to have the skill set to drive or operate that car, and you need the car that will give you that edge over other. And when you combine that two, then you can become the best version of yourself. Similarly, when you want to learn the strategy, best strategy, the first step is to learn any strategy and then apply it. Once you can apply any strategy, you are able to follow the steps of the strategy, then you can slowly find out a strategy that give you the optimal results. That's how you can become an expert, an independent trader who can trade any strategy that you need. Hope that makes sense. Make sure, guys, again, you give a thumbs up so you can hear it. Thank you very much. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So we can see that after forming that double bottom, the price slowly trying to bounce. We'd like to see if this market dropping further or again moving back up. From here we may see that there is a potential bounce to the upside. There could be a potential bounce here, and that might lead the price back to the upside to that resistance line here. There is a liquidity, and especially for me, I would like to see the market has come well below here, as there is a short-term drop. We'll be waiting for the market to give us that suitable entry in this market. Here it is still very choppy, so we are waiting for a better entry opportunity. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So here is, you can see the market from this support level. This is an important level of support, expecting for the market to potentially trend to the upside to create a new higher high. So short term, we might see some downward pressure here, and from that level we can see this is where this is a support level. Expecting for this market to potentially to trend in the direction to create a new lower low. and we will be looking for that market to come back here to that support level. We can see series of lower high here, and with the series of lower high, wanting to see the price is trending to that support level. And in the meantime, if you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. And with that breakdown here, we could see that there is a potential bounce, and we may see the market is potentially heading to the upside to that resistance line. Thank you. What is your bias on NFP? That's a very good question. I also would like to ask you guys, what's your bias, or why did you mark the levels, not the last swing instead? So yeah, this is where we, especially this level is the daily support, that in between that zone is where there is a high probability area to look at, and daily level, which is very important support level from the daily. Can you please explain? Okay, now this is some support, the local support. The reason we have drawn that, we would like to see that those support is being tested, and that's what the main reason. There's a great trade yesterday, Coach. Keep it, Colin Bangers, Justin. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the, as we mentioned, our main goal is not only one trade, but also to keep the education open for everyone coming in this channel. Yes. With that being said, we can see this is where 1 minute chart on XAUUSD, and in that area, I'd like to see the market is trending in one direction. Couple of dodges here, series of lower high formation, and we could see the market after the series of lower high formation to drop here to that level, to that support level, to find out potential movement, and waiting for the market to potentially come down here to that support to find out how we can enter the trade, which is the primary goal here. And in the meantime, if you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, like it to almost same as the view. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, there's a lot to take from here: educational content, live analysis, live trading, including every single day analysis. Also, you guys will see the education coming tomorrow as well, so it will be pretty important content coming tomorrow, so keep eye on that. Make sure you guys keep track on the education, new lessons coming, so that you can keep up to date on your learning and growth as a trader. Here is, we can see after break of this high, after this high, the market slowly coming down. Gold is a buy. Thanks for your explanation. I can feel how tense everyone is. Where to enter, sir? Welcome. Analysis Nasdaq. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's true. NFP is very important, and which is when we trade during this high impact news, it's a good day. For some trader only trade one day during the NFP, and that's all. It also happens sometimes. You'll see that. And from that perspective, if we look at, here is you can see this is where there is a narrow price section. Would like to see so this is a support level. Now again, you see that when we are looking at higher time frame, we see a different picture than what we see on the lower time frame. This is why it is very essential as a trader to look at the bigger picture. We have only nearly 30 minutes for the big high impact news. Are you guys really excited? Leave a comment in the live chat if you guys are excited for this NFP trading. Would like to trade with great entry, and that's why they're patiently waiting. And in the meantime, let us know your opinion. I'll take a 1 minute break. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. so yeah, news coming up in shortly after. Shortly after coming up news, and here is we can see local downtrend in that area coming down to that support level. Okay, so let's get some exciting music. Again, same one. We can see here there is a double bottom, and in that area this is where pretty from this level there is a drop, expecting for the market to trend in that direction to create a new lower low. You can see from here the market slowly turning back to the downside. From the 1 hour chart here we can see pretty strong bearish move, expecting for the market to potentially drop back down to that support level here in that area to create a new lower low. From this resistance line, expecting for the market to come back here to that support level. We have 20 minutes to go for the NFP, and with this 20 minutes we'll be looking to see how the market might be doing. From this resistance line you can see there is a from this level where this is an important resistance, support on resistance, expecting for the market to potentially break below to create a new lower low here. And then once we see the market dropped well below as NFP coming, what I think that the spike is coming. And I would like to post let's keep the 1 minute chart here. Would like to post a poll on the spike. What's your view on NFP? So do you think that NFP spike is coming up or down? So has given a poll here to figure out if you guys think that NFP is spike, which way it is. Yeah, thank you very much. I think gold to go to downside. Thank you very much. Both up and down, up before down, press down. Thank you very much. And you can see from here, this is where the market slowly dropping, and what I think that the price slowly potentially coming to that a daily support level to find out potential trading opportunity. And it's coming to the order block here, which is a pretty important level to look at. And in that order block, want to see the market. If you guys look at it, you can see the price is dropping down here to that support level, which is, as we mentioned, that on the daily, the price might be coming to the daily level. And once we see the price on the daily support level, we can look for that potential entry opportunity in this market. Let's look at that. And absolutely appreciate your support to the channel to help the channel grow, while also posting valuable content every single day. That will definitely help you to grow as a trader. And here you can see from this level here, from this zone, this is a drop, and we could see that further downtrend potentially. Data coming up in 15 minutes. So cast a vote, guys, to see what's your opinion on that. The spike on NFP. And yes, first down and then up. Thank you. It will go to the 30 minutes resistance level before going down again. Did you trade crypto coach? Yes, sometimes. It will go to the 30 minutes resistance. Yeah, we'll be waiting for that. And from that point of view, we can see from this level there is a drop to that support. Now the question is the market trending here or it's coming back again to the downside? Let's look at the 5-minute chart here. You can see after this drop to that support level. Thank you. Waiting for the market to show up. Alright, so we are looking to the daily support potentially as expected. We might see that support retest on the daily. And 1-minute chart is where we are looking to see the market is retesting. And a spike might cause this price to slide down. But I think that, and maybe we could see a potential reversal from that daily support, and if we see that the bias could be in the major direction of the trend, and we will be looking for potential bullish entry opportunity as soon as you will find it. I want to be proficient in crypto. Do you have any special course for it? Our strategy applied to anywhere. You can trade. It's a universal strategy. You can trade on crypto, you can trade on future, you can trade on Forex, in anywhere. The strategy that we have, it can be applied in any instrument, because if you look at the chart, you see this is XAUUSD chart. Let's look at crypto chart, BTC USD. Okay, so there is some gap opening if you look at the 1 minute, but look at the 15-minute chart. You see the market almost structure form the same way. Can you find any big difference between Euro USD, AUD USD, and in this BTC USD? There's no difference in terms of market structure. That's why, guys, as I mentioned in the beginning of this session, that the 3 foundation pillar of the market is market structure, liquidity, and price action. And all the strategy that in Forex Trading Wizard Academy is based on these 3 pillars, along with the two important moving averages. That's why this universal strategy can be applied in any instrument. Now you can see that BTC USD on the 15-minute chart, this box is this is on here, and if you look at XAUUSD 15 minutes, see that zone here. Can you see any big difference between this and this? Where is that? Here. There's no difference, right? So it's the same thing. And that's why, because if your strategy, for example, based on something else, if your strategy based on some data, that could be a difference. That's what I was talking about. There's two things. One is visible, one is invisible, right? So when you rely on the visible, most people rely on the invisible. Okay, so most people believe in something they don't see, but don't believe in something what they see, so they become slowly colorblind. So in terms of being a good trader is to look at what we see on the chart and doing based on that. And from that perspective, if you look at the BTC USD, you can see that we see that trend market structure, which is very important. Now if you look at XAUUSD, you can see the same thing. Right, so you can see here this is a market structure, right? So it's a trend, uptrend, a very strong. So in that situation, if you use those candlestick pattern, these are information, right? These are information. What does that, for example, this candlestick mean to you, right? So this is information, and that information are the real information, and that information is the reliable information other than anything else, because what you see on the newspaper, on the news, could be a rumor, could be someone's opinion, or maybe outdated information. But what you can see here cannot be rumor. It cannot be someone else's opinion. This green candle is a representation of the orders, buyers and sellers activities on the other side of the market. When this candle formed with this full body green with a very narrow wick at the top, it means that during that 15 minutes period of time, the bulls were highly active in that market, and the orders came with a greater volume, and it was way more than buyers than the seller. Now when you look at the market structure, compare those candlestick pattern, look at this green candle, full body green with a very narrow wick at the top, followed by, look at the other candle, full body green with a healthy green candle with a narrow wick at the top. Narrow wick represents that there is a little pullback, but the bulls are stronger. That's why it didn't drop further. Now see the red candles, they are very narrow, smaller. It means that sellers are very weaker in this market, followed by when this candle form on the 15 minutes, that's a buying pressure. That's a bullish candle. That's an entry candle. Why? Because already two sessions, that means the two candlestick pattern failed, that sellers to drop that price below the level, buyers to control in this market. And always in this game of trading, staying in the direction of who is in control in the market will give you always the better edge in the market. So that what we see now, suddenly if we rely on something that is not visible, that's where you'll see that people become not understanding the market, or trading based on opinion, or maybe emotion. Emotion plays a very vital role when you are trading, which is very important. That's why you'll see the FOMO trading, revenge trading. These are very common mistakes, and also confirmation bias, which is a very, very important important point to look at as a trader. So when you look at the confirmation bias as a trader, you need to keep in mind that confirmation bias is where all the difficulty happens with the trader in terms of emotions. So what is a confirmation bias? Can anyone guess or write something about it? It will grab liquidity. Thank you very much. What's your bias, coach? That's what confirmation bias. Thank you for asking. And then you'll start to see the confirmation bias. If gold shows a significant move to the downside, can we get any entry from you? Absolutely. This is what we are waiting here for an entry. As soon as we will find that, we have 4 minutes to go. And during that time, let's discuss quickly about the confirmation bias, which is a very, very important trading psychological mistakes that most trader does. And until you become very aware of that, it's gonna affect you trading all the time. So what is confirmation bias? A confirmation bias is your or someone's bias in certain direction in terms of trading based on pre-existing opinion or belief. Because whenever let's say you are very, please make lesson video how to make market structure. Yeah, absolutely, there are quite a few. So confirmation bias is, let's say you follow someone on social media or somewhere in the news that you think that very good opinion in terms of, you know, market direction, and then you learn a strategy from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. You learn all the rules and everything. You know that according to strategy it's a buy, but suddenly in the news someone said that there's something happening, this instrument might have a strong possibility to drop. And then okay, so because your pre-existing belief that this opinion could be the true, then you started to think in that direction, which is a confirmation bias. So it's not your strategy or opinion, but someone else's belief that you started to reflect, and that is called the confirmation bias, which is very important. Sometimes we just emotionally become very cloud, you know, like seeing a trade which is not there due to some emotional bias, so which is also important. Okay, and that's the key to look at. You know, understanding the confirmation bias is very important, especially when you are trading. We have 2 minutes to go. Let's wait for the market to shuffle and then to show its hand. Let's wait for that to happen. What's that? Comment by yeah, absolutely. Please make lesson video that how do you mark structure. Okay, so you mean that this is what I would that's a massive move. Let's focus on the data, what has come out here. And you can see here employment change 76k, unemployment rate 6.6%. Looks like CAD very good position. Now we can see the dollar average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change 143k, unemployment rate 4%, which is positive, but non-farm employment change frustratingly low. Average hourly earnings little improved, so it's mixed data. Let's see how the market is reacting to that, and that's what it is, reacting in a mixed way. Now daily support is the point that we will be looking at for any entry. Daily support is very important to look at, and here is we can see that this is an important level of support. From this resistance we can see that pretty strong drop here. Looking at here, it's a daily support. Very important level of support here. Okay, so we see the market drop back below the daily support. Let's delete the lines now at the moment to find out what we can expect. Now, as the market has broken below the daily support, there is another low here. The question is either from this level, is the market coming down further or returning back from here? So from here we can see the market slowly potentially returning back to the upside. Now in that area here, So you can see the price from this level. It dropped well below the daily low as we looked at, and now it's trying to revert back to the upside. And from this support level, you can see the market slowly returning back to the upside, expecting it to potentially move back up to create a new higher high. Therefore, you can see the market in fact dropped to that level, exactly to the daily level, and trying to revert. So as it is a long-term bull market, this is an important level. If the market again coming for another retest, we might be able to find entry to the upside. So let's look at the 1 hour chart. The bias is to the upside. Would like to see that how many pip here. Would like to see one more drop and then potentially entry in that area. Thank you very much for joining the live session, guys. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. Pretty important trading days. NFP and the question is here, is this dropping back to the support or bouncing back up, which is very important to look at. If we see the market has dropped well below that support level, we can look for that potential entry in that market. Here we might see that inverted head and shoulder. Let's wait to see if the market again coming or with bouncing back from here with a stronger momentum. Daily support tested and returned back. There's a 15 minutes very strong bullish price action here. We can see from here big drop to that support level. We can see from here slowly the market returning down. Coming back down here. So you can see again rejection from the top, and this might lead that price back to this support level. So with this impulse, now the market coming for a pullback. From here you can see the move here, and from this support level there is a big drop followed by this pullback, and we can expect for the market to trend in the direction from this level. Would like to see a drop and then to return again to the upside to create a new higher high. 15 minutes doji. Now either it could be completely trending in that direction or after a retest bouncing back up. For the time being we can see that from this level there is a rejection, and it may now either retest this support or break below. For the short term we could see that there is a potentially a downtrend here. Locally, after this doji formation we can see the market slowly coming down here to that support level. With that being said, from this support level there is a double bottom and potential bounce. Now is this bouncing back up or coming down here? This is the important question to look at. 15 minutes perspective after this doji, I think still the bias could be in the direction to the downside. we can see that here is the head, and from that head would like to see the market trending in that direction. Still the market is undecided. We are still patient here for an entry. 1 minute chart again. This is the 1 minute bearish engulfer. So there is a possibility for a short-term downside here. I will be opening sell here with 45 pip stop loss. It's a quick trade, so no entry without risk management, which is very important to look at as a trader. So I'm opening a sell on XAUUSD with 40 pip stop loss. Take profit target at the support level of this candle. Expecting downside pressure. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a long bearish engulfer here with this strong move, and from that bearish engulfer, expecting XAUUSD to come back here to that support level. As this market after this move started to trend down, this is a bearish engulfer. I'm short on XAUUSD with 44 to 45 pip stop loss. So here we have 45 pip stop loss, and let's going for another liquidity grab. So looking at the 5 minutes as well, there is a potential head and shoulder. Like to see that this one, if it is grabbing liquidity again, which will be so 1 minute chart on XAUUSD. Wanting to see that it's coming in that direction to the support level to create a new lower low. So also we'll be ready to close anytime as soon as we'll find that opportunity. We see the downward pressure here. And with the downward bearish pressure, we are on the right direction still. Anytime, as soon as we will be closing, I will be giving a shout out to give you a potential update on that. Hope that here is, we can see a bearish engulfer and expecting it to drop back to that support. If you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. So downtrend here, and with the downtrend, here is the price is forming series of lower high, and with that series of lower high formation, expecting for the market to trend to that support level. So if this one is forming a liquidity candle, then expecting the market to drop. So there is a bounce, which is let's look at to see. So 5 minutes, we can see that there's a bearish engulfer, and then after a drop again there is a bounce. So I'd like to see where it is heading to. Very unpredictable market structure at the moment. We'll see that where it is heading to. Here is, we can see after break of this high, there is a rejection, and we can expect for the market potentially to come down again to see. Okay, so the bias is still bearish, so we are on the track. Let's make a successful trade with NFP. Like to see this one. Okay, this one closed as a bearish engulfer, which is in the direction going, and as soon as I will be taking profit, I will give a shout out or up to the full TP or certain level. As long as the market showing downward structure, will be holding the trade. And if you guys enjoying the live session, as we mentioned, patience is key in trading. If you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. And from this level, the market slowly coming down here to that support. Alright, so we are on the track. Let's get some peep with NFP, and this is the channel where you can, as I mentioned, the real trading. Here is, we can see there is a head and shoulder here, and would like to see that trending to the support, unless it it gets hungry for more liquidity. The bias is still to the downside, and from the doji, the market slowly breaking below, which is a very important level to look at. And like to see that, and we are in the direction. All right, so we are top. From this level, the market slowly coming here, and we are up how many pip here in that trade? 30 pip. If you guys look at here, 33 pip. Let's keep holding it. Want to see coming back to that support here. Expecting to further downside here. like to see further downside. Why there is a bounce again? Okay, this is the 5 minutes bearish engulfer. The bias is still to the downside. Alright, cool. That's what expected. Want to see that it's breaking below, and then once we see the price manage to break below that level, where we will be looking for that TP target or taking the profit. At the moment, is still we see the downtrend here, and with that downtrend here, like to see. Okay, so here is, we can see the 1 minute chart. This is where there's a trying to bounce, but I'm still expecting for the market to drop downside. We are at entry at the moment. Still willing to see that downward pressure here. It's unlucky from here. Dropped a lot. Again, return. Now we are out with the trade. It just dropped well below and then returned back up. It's a very tight stop loss, so when you have a tight stop loss, you have to be patient. You can see there is a very unusual rejection from here. We could take the TP from this level, but it just didn't drop further. Very unusual market structure, and we have to wait for further market structure formation. As you can see, guys, that's how it may again return again downside here. As if you look at against the 4-hour chart, let's delete this one, and I always use a very tight stop loss. So in that volatile 42 pip, it's not a big deal. It's not a big stop loss, as we can re-enter again as soon as we find that opportunity. Now here you can see the market in fact form a structure where, let's see that here, is it dropping again or returning back to the upside? I think that we could see potentially another reaction. As there is a doji here, and okay, so the market is forming so this is a kind of unrecognizable structure at the moment. So once we see familiar structure, we can re-enter NFP. So you have to wait for further trading opportunity. I think we might see a clear trend at this moment. You can see after the upside spike and the return to the support, the market is in a very choppy manner, and with that choppy market, we have to wait for better entry opportunity, as it is still not trending. So with that being said, let's wait for another opportunity, but we are almost at the end of this live session, a pretty strong long live, and I believe that, guys, you learn something from here. 1 trade, 2 trades, doesn't matter. What I would say that learning is the great experience, and the market in fact drop in our favor, but there is a rejection, and that rejection might lead that price again back to the upside. Once we see that a clean trend, then we can look for re-entry in this market. So with that being said, absolutely appreciate your support to the channel, and I believe that you guys learned something here. Let me know if you have any question. Always use the comment section if you want to ask any question on Usdjpy connected by joining the free Telegram channel. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining this live session. I'll see you very soon again trading live together. Until that, stay well.